Is 29 too old to live with my parents? How do your parents feel about it? Are you saving? If your parents are cool with it, you're saving money. And you're happy. Who TF cares if internet people or people who aren't you who have no skin in the game of your life matter? Woman shrugging, medium dark skin tone. In my culture that's normal. You live at home until you get married. For Mexican standards, hola, paisa, that's not unusual. Millennials and younger have adopted the Western standards, moving out of parents' house in early 20s. But I think they're not very connected with the Mexican reality. Maybe they're overexposed to US, European mass media. It's a cultural thing. In my culture, staying with your parents until you're married, often into your 30s, is completely normal. In America, it's very much pushed that you should leave home the second you're 18. There is no right answer. In this economy, my mom is 49, and we live with grandma. I live in my parents' house where I was born and they don't make me pay rent. Hooray! Is such a wild sentence to me as an European. I'm 28, $62,000 salary, zero debt as I just paid off $20,000 in student loans. Moving out is not even an option for me. And I don't know if, when it ever will be. I don't let anyone's opinions make me feel bad about my situation. I've done everything right, according to the American standard. You're not alone. No. Fuck morons that go waste money on insanely higher rent just to prove a point to people that don't care. This is becoming more common as the financial situation of North America gets worse. I'm nearly 32 and I've been back with my dad for the last few years. I keep offering to pay rent, but he refuses. Save up, he says. So I help out around the house instead. I've got one of the good parents who understand how tough it is out there right now. And it sounds like yours does too. As I said, it's becoming more common for people to do this in North America and therefore more commonly accepted in society. You'll still find the assholes who try to shame you for it. Try to ignore them. Do the smart thing and keep saving while you can. It's worth it in the long run. As long as your living situation is healthy. Bro, I'm 34 and still live with my parents. I work full-time and have a good job with good pay. But it's crazy expensive out there. I've moved out and been knocked down and come home like 5 times. My parents have always been supportive, but I crave the independent feeling of living on my own. So I get that feeling of not wanting to be a burden. But if your parents are good with you being there, then just try to make the most of it and save up for a place of your own. If that's not your goal, then try to ignore the haters. Chances are they're getting help from their families too in other ways. It's too expensive in this economy to feel ashamed about living with your family or getting a hand up from them. 20 years ago I'd say it'd be about time to put more effort into moving on. But in these late-stage capitalism days where half of all people can't make rent, nobody can blame you for staying put. In America it's no longer feasible to move out alone. If you want roommates, do that. But there is no shame in living with your parents. Anyone who shames you for it, I would ask how they would move out in your situation. Only questions for me that could lead to judgment or if you aren't pursuing any job, not helping with bills, and actually mooching. Otherwise it's no one's business. Not damn thing wrong with it. Capitalist culture bullied everyone into splitting up the multi-generational household. If it works for everyone, then keep on keeping on. I couldn't do it, personally, as my parents were always uncomfortable with my late-night weed-smoking lifestyle, but that's just me. It would also get awkward if I wanted to have sex in my room. Those people are just jealous and envious. probably unhappy with having to pay $2,000 per month on rent or $24,000 per year, which you get to keep and blow on vacations or cars if you wish. Not bad at all, in fact, it shows you are smart. I'd welcome the company. I'm a parent alone in a very big house. To my kids, please come back. No rent, no utilities. If your parents are cool with it, it's fine. If every morning when they see you they say things like, "You know, I saw a nice apartment downtown, going pretty cheap," or, "Jesus, you still live here?" quote, then it's not so fine. I am 28, make $120,000 plus. My girlfriend and I live in my parents' basement, which was converted to an apartment with a separate entrance about 10 years ago for my brother and his now wife who lived there too. I often feel the same pressure you are expressing and feel shame for living at home. My parents are retired and travel about 60% of the year. My uncle is a butcher and lives in the ado in the back of the property. He's 63. I have been living rent-free and working as an engineer since graduating college, trying to save enough for a down payment on a $1 million plus house somewhere in the Bay Area. I often look at apartments to rent or buy around where I grew up, but always ask myself, why would I pay $2,500 plus to live where I already live for free? Quote, the thing that really gets me is when I see my friends who moved away to cities at the age of 23, 25. After college and have grown as people seemingly much more than I have. Socially they interact with people our age much more and are seemingly more independent and outgoing. I am just keeping my head down, squirreling away 50% of my income and praying that this investment will pay off in my 30s. OMG, I don't blame you. Times are tough for everyone. No one has the right to judge. Thing is, it's more about how you live with your parents than whether. Are you an active member of the household? Do you make your parents' lives easier by being there? Do you pay your bills? If so, then that's fine. I think what people judge is when adults make more work for their parents by just costing them money and not contributing to the upkeep of the home.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicuricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.